What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream, where we're back in our Gas Course project, an action game built from scratch, of course using Unreal Engine 5, the gameplay ability system plugin, blueprint, C++, all of that good stuff. So last time we were playing around, we're trying to get our melee combo stuff to work, and off stream I was able to fix it. And we're kind of just going to be iterating from there. It was basically a problem with my tagging and my calls for when I'm buffering and not buffering input. And basically the heavy attack was failing. And because the attack was failing, I didn't have a proper exit from the state tree. So that's what we're going to add today. And also probably some other bug fixes. So, hey there, man. Good afternoon. How's it going? It's going good. Today was a good day at work. But then, towards the end, back home, more stuff, but I think I had a very good productive day at work, so I'm happy. So yeah, we're gonna jump into this project, do a little bit for maybe like an hour and a half, see where we get, and try to chill. So to recap, I have a basic combo, and I also have a charged that does something like this. And then I also added a jump, like kind of attack like this. So I want to make some updates to this. I want to make sure, first I got to make sure that our state tree task for ability has a callback to activate or activation failed, just so it knows, to exit the state tree. Wow, the jump attack is awesome. Thanks. I found some animations on Fab or the marketplace, so I can't take any credit for that. But yeah, looks cool. I'm excited. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how we're gonna balance anything. We don't really even have enemies. We have just this dummy enemy that just kind of stands there. So it'll be interesting to try to figure out what we want to accomplish. But baby steps. So let's look at our melee ability, because I know. Not our melee ability, our task for the melee ability. We don't need this to, maybe we want to add that to do, possibly, just so I know which tags it's going to be problematic, but for now it's whatever. So there is on melee ability end. I'm wondering if I get a similar callback. So let's see if there is anything for ability failure. So, because I think there is, I just don't know where it's called from. So on ability, so there's only on ability ended. Is there a way for me to do something along the lines? Can I get like melee ability spec handled dot? No. Maybe like melee ability spec. Okay. So I should be able to get something like this. Can I do? Because there's canceled and ended with data. I think there should be like on activate fail or something to that effect. At least I hope. No, on ability fail. There is like a component tests. So ability assist component, ability failed callbacks. Is that what I want? I wonder. So there is a failed callback. Call with the failure reason when an ability fails to activate. So this is what we need. I just found an awesome event trigger for Respawn built in, just sharing here. It's called Fell out of world. All actors have it with kill Z. Unreal is great. Oh, really? Okay, so because yeah, you can detect when like basically what Z height enemies can get killed at. So is that the callback for when you get past that Z value? So let's look at this this ability fail callbacks. So it's these two things. It's like when you jumped into Ebenezer map, triggers respawn. Oh, okay, okay. Let's see. So you function void on melee ability failed, and then const I'm assuming that's fine. And then I should be able to go like this, and then I'm hoping if I say like n, so I don't get any data about it, but so can I say so melee spec? No. So if melee spec and it should be okay. Kind of like this. I don't know how to simulate this to fail, but I should be able to do this. That seems good. So we're gonna need to recompile, but I have to figure out what my test case is gonna be to prove that this works. I think I have an idea what we can do. Because I think there's always a tag that's on me currently. It's like one of the perks or something that I have applied by default. So I should be able to use that as like an activation, like a block activation kind of tag thing. So we'll see. We'll see if that works. How are we doing on here? Okay, I complain about this almost every other stream, but yeah, PC needs to be better. Like I made the mistake of buying like a gaming PC thinking that's what I needed, but I need like a big boy PC. Like I need a much better CPU and I need to make sure I have a lot of RAM capability. I think like maybe just updating my RAM sticks will be enough because right now I have 32 gigs. Maybe I could just bump it up to 64. And that'll make my life a little easier. You're working on 8 gigs of RAM? That's rough. Are you working on like a laptop or something? Okay, we got some red. Okay, it's just the notebook. Okay, okay. Sorry, I just noticed, let's see, what's your monitor? The aspect ratio feels weird. It's a little wide, you know, perhaps it's just that I'm new to this channel. I thought he would read the chats. Yeah, sorry if you're still watching. Yeah, I need to read through multi-stream, not just on Twitch, so my bad if you're still there. Yeah, my aspect ratio, I think, is 256? Not 256, like 2560 by 1440 or something like that. I don't remember, but I have a very wide monitor, and then I'm compressing it down. I guess the 1920 by 1080. So yeah, ST player combo base. Yeah. Let me open up melee base. No. So I want to do activation block tags, but let's do it on the hold. Because I know that was like a pretty easy test case, so let me grab hold. And let me see what tag is always on me. So I have effect.gameplay.perk.onEvent .death blah blah. So let's see. This one. So activation blocked. So this should cause hold not to activate. So let's just test this. I'm doing normal, and then I'm going to go like this. And it says removed. And now it's broken. So basically, I think we're stuck here still. So let me confirm. Do we get to here in this use case? I do. Let's see. Let's see what data we get. At least we know this callback works. So the handle is invalid. Now, is it because... Okay, maybe... Maybe it's an ordering issue? Like, do I need to do this first? And then do this? So I make sure... I'm not sure if the ordering is going to be correct. So let's do a hot reload on that. Boom, 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 boom. See, I'm thinking like, because here we are binding it here on ability end, and then we're getting the spec. So maybe actually I could put it here. Because what am I relying on? The spec handle. So it is here. So I feel like probably I'm still doing the wrong order. Yeah. Still a problem. Okay, now we're not even getting the callback because of the order here. So we gotta make sure we get this here. Maybe I can store it in a better way. Let me see. maybe I could say you property. So we're gonna have to do a full compile here. So you property, and then I want to say what you gameplay ability stored melee ability null. Then maybe I can say or can I actually just use the spec? Is that what I'm doing? Okay, so the spec handle is invalid. So I think I need to just do this. Actually. Whoops. So yeah, I think this is the right, maybe this can still be the right order, like here. So I bind to everything, and then boom, boom, boom. Let me just comment this out. I may not need it. Let's try this again. Oh. So after we fix this problem, the next problem that I need to solve is with the actual jump attack or in-air attack. Because when you want to have any kind of Z motion warping, so warping within height, you need to change your movement mode to, I believe, flying. And so what happens is, you know, I created a child ability of the main melee base, and then I override some stuff, but I set the movement mode to flying, and everything works fine. But then, like, at the end of the ability, I try to set the movement mode to walking again, but that doesn't work for some reason. It, like, I don't know, it just breaks things in a weird way. So I'm gonna have to see. Yeah, CMC plus gas is really tricky. Yeah, like, yeah. Well, I think just locomotion in general is tough. So say thank you to any 3C designers or engineers that you know. Say thank you to them. Okay. So ideally what's going to happen is we'll get this callback, and the state tree will, or the state will end. So let's see, I go like this, and we don't get a callback. So, yay. Oh, that's on ability ended. My bad, try this. So we get here. Now we say inability, my inability to do this correctly. Should be melee hold once it gets the data here. Yes, and then this ability is hold. So it should Okay, so it's not the same. Or is it the same? But yeah, it's not the same. Interesting. Why is it not the same? Do I have to be more general with my comparison here? Is it too specific? So, dot what? So my inability equals. Is it because I'm comparing gameplay ability to? So maybe I could say like, let's try this for a sec. If const view gameplay ability cast, but no, we want to do. No, don't do that. Ah, my God. Let's see if we get there. I don't know if my thinking is correct with that. Oh, my knuckles. Oh. Okay, let's see. We might have to ask good old AI on this one too if we don't figure it out. Okay, let's just minimize everything, I guess. Okay. So we get here. Still no. Okay, so ability is default. This one is the specific object. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. I don't know if I should like compare class or not, but all right, let's make the Let's see what the computer says. Because I'm assuming it's because one is the default and one's not. Okay. So I want to do this. Did I? No. So maybe that's the problem. Let's see. put a breakpoint. Let's reload. Let's read the explanation, otherwise we're gonna feel stupid, right? So, compare the objects themselves using or more specifically for your case, since you already have the ability spec, you can compare the ability spec handles. So the second approach is probably more appropriate here, since you want to check if it's exactly the same ability instance and not just the same class. The reason a direct pointer comparison might fail is that you could be dealing with different instances or memory addresses of what essentially is the same ability. The .get method ensures that you're getting the raw pointer from the ability spec for proper comparison. Would you like me to explain more about pointer comparisons in C++? Or about yes? So I'm going to say yes. Explain it to me like on 2, because I definitely am not the smartest boy in the bunch. Let me put on some Let There Be Light. I'm starting to get dark. So let's see if this even works, right? Before we start praising. Yeah, I'm getting nothing. That doesn't seem to work. So thanks, computer. We got ourselves a bot. You know what we do with those? We ban. Bye. So maybe I need to do like spec handles instead. Can I say like if an ability gives me the spec? Is there anything? Get current ability spec handle. See if that works. See? Yeah, still fails. Hey Casper, how you doing? So we're gonna get here. So yeah, spec handle is still not valid because of the reasons we know. It's down here. We get the spec handle, but it fails. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So F gameplay ability spec. So let's see if this works. Do you think it's worth it to integrate gas effects into built-in applied damage nodes? When you say gas effects, do you just mean gameplay effects and like the whole like execution and all that stuff? Because if so, I'd say yes. That's what I do, and it's pretty easy or robust and flexible. That's how my pipeline is at the moment. still failing this comparison. Let's keep trying different kinds of comparisons until we get it right. But yeah, like, when it comes to the damage and stuff, like, once you have a gameplay effect set up and you have your attributes set up and you have, like, the, what's it called? The, a meta attribute for damage, you know, setting up the actual execution for it is not too bad. There's a lot of examples online. Okay, that did it. So that should now... Okay, so it still breaks. But let's just try again real quick. Because yeah, we might spend the whole 2 hours trying to fix this one bug. But, you know, at least we're learning something. So this should work. But yeah, we're seeing that we get stuck in that state. Let me open up the state tree. Let's debug it. Play. So we're in idle. We get the heavy hold. And yeah, it doesn't exit out of the state tree. Do I have to say succeeded or is it because I'm saying state failed and it's not failing? Hello, Cena Strikes. How's it going? So maybe instead of that, we do state completed. I mean, let's keep this on this side. If I do this, yeah, we're still, still not getting to where I'd imagine we'd be going. So I would think, like on tick, we would say, okay, so I think maybe that's the problem, because I just looked at this. We're not actually ever really doing anything. Like, we get to succeeded. Maybe I get to say, if be melee granted, and so I don't think I want to say succeeded here. I want to say failed, right? Let's see. I'm doing good, thanks for asking. I'm just chilling. So where are we setting this to true? So I'm setting it true here. Like, honestly, if I put a breakpoint here, it's just going to be hit immediately. No? What? Because this should be called at least, right? Yeah, that's not working like I was hoping. Okay. Let's see. Let's put some logs, I guess. So UV log. Yeah, log temp warning on tick. B melee ability granted equals and then B melee ability active equals, and then I would need to say what B melee granted true false. This line is becoming crazy long. Should hopefully print and be verbose enough for us to see what the hell is going on. So let's look at our output log. I'm just gonna hold that. Something hopefully printed. So we're saying, so B melee active is true. Okay, I think I see the problem. I believe by the time this gets called, it fails, and then it gets overwritten. So maybe there is a callback for when it's actually activated. Because there is, you know, ability failed callbacks. So is there like, yes, ability activated callbacks. So we're gonna, yeah, we stopped everything, right? Okay, we should be able to do something here. So a generic callback, anytime the ability is called, so it returns the ability. Awesome. So we can basically copy this. So I don't think we need this. Say function void on melee ability activated. Then we'll do a const generate. Do that. We're gonna do a similar comparison here, except we're going to say B melee active equals true. On ability up. Okay, so something is wrong. Just totally fine. But what is wrong? Just taking U gameplay ability, right? Why is it saying this isn't implemented? So it's right here. Is it because, is it not const? Yeah, it's not const. Okay. Now we're good. Yay. Then we would just say, yeah, being melee active is true. Let's compile this thing. Not sure what that emoji means. Does it mean I'm yapping too much? If so, my bad, my bad. Gotta fill the void somehow. But yeah, I'm looking forward to, after the stream, going back into Expedition 33. Gotta play that a bunch. Because now essentially what's happening here is I have callbacks for when it ends, if it fails, and when it's activated. And so if it ends, you know, we say, oh yeah, this is still a problem. I need to just do granted here. Or it's like if it fails, it's not granted, right? So maybe there's callbacks that I need to do it as well. Did you like Expedition? I have been playing Dragon Age with my girlfriend, but I might play that next. I don't know how many hours of Expedition 33 I have. I have maybe around 7. But yeah, Dragon Age I also want to play at some point, but I want to play Berserker before that. Okay, I have 8.3 hours. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I don't usually play turn-based. You know, I did play Baldur's Gate 3, which was really good. But, you know, growing up, my older brother, he played a lot of turn-based RPGs, you know, Final Fantasies, Legend of Dragoon. But I would watch. So I have like historical context of watching these games. So you could see a lot of those elements reflected in Clair Obscur, which is cool. Dragon Age animations are kind of funny, but overall the experience is cool. That's great. Yeah, I'm curious, like on a gameplay level, if it's still fun, because you know it kind of shit the bed when it came to the story and I guess just general context of the game. I never really played any of the Dragon Ages, so I can't really speak to how it used to be. But from what I understand, it was darker and more grittier, and this one isn't as much. And obviously, there's themes that people, you know, didn't want to have in the game, and modern stuff that people didn't find necessary. So I can't speak to it. Didn't play it, but you know, I think everyone saw the memes and everyone saw the majority opinion. Okay, so let's see. Did it compile with this? No. Let's do a hot reload to be sure everything compiled. Because yeah, after Expedition 33, I gotta do yeah, Berserk. Did I buy Berserker? Okay. I didn't. It's definitely in my shopping cart or my wish list. But yeah, I gotta play that. I already played Black Myth Wukong. That was really good. I'm still playing Death's Door. I want to play Die in the Dungeon. That seems like a lot of fun. I think I'll play that on my like, not Switch, Steam Deck. I hope you know people tell me about Disco Elysium, but that's more story-driven stuff. If you haven't played it already, On Guard is a pretty good time. It's pretty short, but it's still a good time. Yeah, Ghost of Yote comes out this year. Doom Dark Ages comes out this year. A lot of stuff. Okay, so we get here. So it's constantly saying removed. But at least it's letting us attack after that. I don't like the fact that it's saying removed all the time. But maybe that's just because of what it's trying to do. Let's look at the debugger. By melee combo 1. Now I'm doing melee hold. Yeah, and it's basically going there and failing. But maybe that's okay. Let me look at... let me remove that. Does this work fine now? Boom, 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 boom. I'm curious how we can make that attack better. And I want to probably fix the motion warping on this one. Like, I want to make sure I get close enough to him, the dummy, before like the second hit. So let me folder animations. So I'm basically going whoop. So basically, by the time I get to here, I kind of want to be there. This might make it kind of abrupt, but let's see. Maybe that's okay. Like, I like it just because it's more consistent. Like I'm hitting him on the second, or on the first hit, I should say. So boom, boom, and we're here. Boom, 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 boom. These attacks still feel like heavies. I definitely want to find out if I can get, what's the word? Quicker attacks. But we're making progress. We've more or less fixed that bug a little bit. I'm gonna see real quick. Hopefully the music's not too loud for you guys. I kind of want to lower it a smidge. But yeah, what I'm thinking of is if I should also have a callback to like when an ability is added or granted, and then I can set this flag there. So I wonder if I could say like ASC. So granted. So ability committed, spec input pressed. Here, give is animated give ability. Like I wonder if is there any calls to some thing here? So on give ability. I don't know if there is. Let's see. Is there a delegate for when an ability is granted? Yes. Okay. The computer says there is. We gotta trust the process here. Doesn't seem right. So let's see real quick. So if I say ASC give ability, dot add dynamic, like that doesn't. What is this AI tool thinking? I think it's drunk. So let's look. Do we have any callbacks? So dirtied, failed, ended, ability activated. I don't think there's one for when it's given. So maybe we just kind of have to like live with it. So let's just live with it for now. Don't know where I'm printing out that removed. Well, now I'll never know, I guess. Just do Control F. Remove. Excuse me. Okay, so it's in here. Bye-bye. I think there's a project setting for, so blueprint string. No, I know what it is. Let me put this back. There should be a console command called print string. Yes. For funsies, I don't know if anyone knows this, but there is a console command called bp.blame print string. And when you have this enabled, and then you get print strings, it shows you exactly the object calling the print string and the function. Super useful. I don't know if I don't know if this is somewhere in project settings so you can enable it by default, but let's see, blame. No. What does it do? Blame print string. Okay, so that's all it really does. Cool. Okay, to fix the next problem at hand. So that's one thing off of the list. Only took us an hour. That's pretty good. Those are pretty good numbers if you ask me. Yeah, for some reason my bulbs don't seem as bright. Maybe that's a little bit better. I know I kind of look dark. Maybe I should invest in like a ring light or something. But now you can see me a little bit better. So next is this bug with the air. So what I want to do, I'm going to get into my elf character, and just for funsies on tick, I'm going to be just checking what my movement mode is. So character movement. Movement mode. Print. Look it in. So we're walking. And then I'm in the air, I'm falling. I do this, I go flying, and then I'm back to walking. So the problem I was getting... Also, the motion warping kind of fucked up there for a second. Don't tell anyone. Like when I set it to walking, I don't think it worked. But maybe I'm... Yeah, because now I can't jump. And I don't know why. So we're gonna have to put a breakpoint somewhere to figure out why. So I know... Is it an ability? Let's start with our player character. So we have look, stop, move, jump. We have jump here, right? So we can, you know, start from here. But I guess the problem is I'm gonna jump, then I hit the breakpoint. I need to learn how to debug better. So there's a condition. Maybe I can learn how to do that, but I'm not sure what the condition would be. Give me just a second, guys. I need to listen to a voice message. Okay, we're back. Sort of related to that voice message. Did they pick a pope? And is it an American pope now? If so, interesting. So yeah, one thing I want to do, let's see if I can recreate it. If I put myself in the air and then do it. Okay, well, let's see. So I'm not even getting there, which is interesting. Why? Okay, well, this class and then jump. Why? Okay, can we use visual logger? And very annoying thing is this whole stamina cost regen thing kind of populating everything. Maybe I can use enhanced input. Zoom. So IA jump is triggered. I don't have any tabs on me, do I? Just the one. Now I kind of a jump ability though, right? Maybe that's why? So I'm not even activating this. So did it not end? That, like, let me see. Like, that's fine. Also fine. So yeah, something about this is funky as shit. I wonder if anyone online has gotten this. So UE5 setting movement mode to walking, brakes, jump. Hmm. Maybe override can jump? Not sure. Is that a variable in the character? Can jump? Yeah. Let's just see what the value is. So it's set to true, it's saying false, and then I do this. So it says true. We can jump. What if I set it to none? Yeah, now I can't move, which makes sense. So again, if I set it to falling, it's fine. But the problem is, you know, I do this. If I keep spamming, you know, it lets me do it again sometimes because I'm technically falling at that point, but like I want it to be walking. But I'll try as what you suggested as well. Set can jump. That's there's not a setter for that, but yeah, can jump. So when moving to walking, there are a few things to check to ensure jumping works properly. So set jump allowed. There's an override. Okay. Is there? Set jump allowed. Is it in the character movement? Oh, it's in the character? Override left side panel. I see. So is it just the can jump? I'm not sure if that's all I need. I doubt it. Hmm. You might also want to verify that you don't have any gameplay tags or abilities blocking the jump. Hmm. There's can jump and on jumped. Let me see. Do I have a ATR underscore player base? Do I have one for jumping in here? No. Maybe I have an idea. Maybe. Like, I wonder if. No, that doesn't work. Let me do this debugger again. Air attack. Okay. No, I thought it would be something with maybe the state tree or something. In the meanwhile, I did find another bug. Why? Why? I also need to end ability here and here, I think. Because I found a bug where I can do this whole thing, but dodge out. Now it works fine because I end the ability. We do that. I guess it with possibly how I'm doing this, like. So let me just say print and then say, walking. And I don't know if I want to be able to do that, for example, but okay. So walking, right? Yeah, walking. walking. But yeah, now not able to jump. I also broke my projectile thing. Let me just put on my gamepad thing again. IMC gamepad. Is it projectile? No. IA underscore what? Secondary, cancel, cheat manager, confirming. There's a bunch of crouches. Dodge, evade, forward lock, ability core, direct jump, jump, look, gamepad, blah, blah, blah. Ranged attack. Pressed. Okay. So now I should be able to do that. Yes, okay. I gotta fix that problem at some point. One thing at a time. What could be the issue? What else am I looking for? I know I want to fix the motion warping stuff as well. So I don't know why the character derps out, for example. Like if I do like this, kind of zigzags. Now it broke. So that's fun, but so it's very iffy about when it breaks, honestly. It seems like it just breaks immediately. No. So player character, I'm gonna say, so I assume this will be called when I press A. It is? Cool. Let's see what happens. So far, so good. So we get to here. So ability movement, I think that's fine. That should be jump. So do we get here? So input native action, jump. So let me do this. Okay, so jump gets here. So add unique. Now process input. Abilities to activate. Okay, so this is where so we need to So for some reason, so this is held, this is pressed. So if I press A, oh, let's see, GI jump. Put press true. Is active? No. So so for whatever reason, jump is activated. So my assumption is okay. I think I know the problem. So basically this ability activates. So I think what I can do is go to my ATR, add my jump ability. Or not add my jump ability. So in my instant.melee, I want to cancel my jumps. So I guess I should just add the jump ability, just so it's here as well. So jump, boom, and then I should be able to say cancel. Okay, that I didn't copy the name correctly for some reason. There it is. Now I should let me get rid of my breakpoints. So I'd be able to do that, and now I'm able to do it again. Let's hit our guy. Yes. Okay, Brain Blast, we did it. Hooray. So the other thing I need to fix is what's happening with the rotation warping. So let's go to the animation. Like, I wonder, let me just not rotate this. Yeah, like I'm wanting a rotation to occur. So maybe we don't need rotation in. I should also put my guy back on the ground. I do this. Yeah, so he's not rotating, so that's still a problem. I do this, then it's fine, right? So we definitely need rotation warp. Yeah, so he just derps out. Maybe I need to follow the. I don't know. I feel like following the component's just gonna make it worse. Yeah. So no, not that. Maybe I don't have to give it a warp target component. Yeah, he's still just doing some dumb stuff. Let's say for just a second, we say we do both here. I don't know if we need to do facing or not. That looked okay. Yeah, that works fine. There's this awkward middle ground here that we're getting. I think it's because we didn't update this. Because what I don't know if I want to make. That's not the right thing to do. Here we go. I don't know if I want to set this to 0 explicitly, but maybe I would want to say, you know, get the actor's location and get that Z. At least when there is like a target. I guess I'm not sure. But you know, we in general have, you know, yeah. See, that's a problem. So here, no, like how far away do I have to be for that to count? There. So right about here. Which option am I getting? So yeah, let's see. So we're getting not within range, right? We're ending up in the air. So is it because of that? So target within range. Not within range. Let's see. I don't know if that broke because of the breakpoint. Seems okay. I think what could make this charge attack better. But yeah, let's make sure we don't have any more breakpoints. I would want to make sure I write that in code eventually. But I think what can make the hold a little better is if the first hit went to the target. So where's this power attack? So basically from like here. So motion warping. Add notify state. Motion warping. And what's the... like that. Do I have to say facing? Yeah, maybe. Maybe that'll make that feel a little bit better. I don't know what the results of this will be, but pray for me. Yeah. No. Because yeah, what I thought was happening, like I go like this, and then I would warp to this location, you know. But it doesn't look like it. Maybe because in the hold state tree, I'm not passing in the right data. I should be by default. Because it feels like he's not motion warping at all. So let's find out. I am. So melee motion warping translation. Ignore Z, warp rotation. I'm not, yeah, there's also this wait release thing I don't like. So let's put this here. Let me see what happens. We're gonna go like this. Okay, so we never even get to those calls. What language do you code in inside of UE5? It's a combination of C++ and Blueprints, their visual scripting language. So this stuff is Blueprints that you're seeing on screen, and then within Writer, yeah, your C++. So we're not calling this thing. I think that was intentional. So maybe I can actually just do this. And then I'll get motion warping. Okay, no problem, Wavy Creative. No problem at all. So now I should get some more, something here, right? Yeah. Now I'll see it broke. I know why. So we still want to do this. Oh, I know. Okay, so I shouldn't really do this. Maybe I need to just do this. Might be better for me in the long run. Let's see. So I'm gonna do this. Yeah, but letting go doesn't work. Am I crazy? Oh. I think it's because of this. I don't think they should have the calls to play melee montage, honestly. We should be able to just say it up here. Let's see. There we go. So what should happen is, yes, I warp to that target. And I think that is better. So I'm like charging, and then Bam. Honestly, there's still some stuff I need to update with like the screen shakes or the UI shakes, I should say. Because like it makes sense. Like maybe even this is too much. Like how you see the UI elements kind of shake like that. But it's especially apparent when this stuff is happening. So we would need to figure that out. But I think the next thing I want to do is work on blocking. And I don't know, like, do you guys think he should be blocking with the sword? Or if he should be or should he have a shield that he can kind of like put up like a buckler thing? Because in my older project, my Project Hero, I had a cool mechanic with the shield. Okay, we got one for shield. That might be the only thing we get, so we might go with shield. Let me see here, Project Hero shield. Jones. There you go. Yeah, here's me from 2 years ago. Who would have thought me from the future would be looking at me in the past? Because yeah, he has this shield. I'm currently trying to understand the tag relationship mapping strategy of Lyra. Well, I do a similar thing with the tag relationship mapping. It's pretty useful. One thing that you might want to consider looking into, because I don't know, I don't think I will, but maybe I will. I thought I saw something about it as well. Is like, because they have cancel and block. Is it like a custom data object? Yeah, it's a data asset. I'm not sure if you saw me editing it before, but it's this thing. And let me just make this bigger. Hopefully that's clearer. So basically you could just say how each ability interacts with other ones. So you could say what's required of it, what's blocking it, what does it cancel, what does it block. So what's the point? The point really is to take the logic that normally would exist in here, because you have these containers like cancel abilities with tag, block abilities with tag. You also have required and block tags all within an ability container. What the purpose of this does is that it puts it all in one place, so you can see how all of the abilities will map with one another. So I can say, okay, for my all ability.type reactions, this is how they would function. Just so I don't have to duplicate things here and have to open up like 10 abilities just to see what their mappings are set up like. It's just to consolidate it all in one place. So yeah, let's see. Do I have like a shield mesh anymore in here? So if I type in shield and I type in static mesh. Okay, so we have some props. So I wonder what this would look like. So elf or elf male. Because this mesh, this character came with a bunch of stuff, and there's also like a knight version of it. I wanted to do something similar for characters, like having a central data asset for player and NPC startups. Yeah, you could probably make like a data table or something. So we have our weapon. Hey, we got a kitty in the building. Fudge boo boo. No. Show the world who you are. Boo boo, no. Here's the kitty. She's a particularly good kitty. She's a particularly bored kitty. Yeah. Programmer. Isn't that right, Google? She kind of just sits here and lets me just do whatever, you know. We. Don't knock that over, please, Boo Boo. Thank you. Let's just add a static mesh component just to see what happens. And see, I don't want it parented there. I want it parented to the mesh. Now the prop shield. So no. I wouldn't say she's well behaved, and sometimes she goes a little loco as well. Isn't that right, Boo-Boo? She has her moments. For the most part, she's calm. Other times, she's crazy. So yeah, let's get a reference as to possibly where this is used. It's not used anywhere. What about this one? No. Because like what I'm hoping to see is like, I guess I could just look into the skeletal mesh. Or the skeleton, I should say. Let's go here. Now, is there anything on the lower arms? So there's upper arm, and then hand. Lower arm twist, upper arm twist. So is there, I think I have a knight as well. Because I was thinking maybe I can make multiple characters, but I'm kind of not thinking that anymore. So yeah, warrior is what I called it. And now yeah, we go here. Go here. Let's go to this skeleton. Now, so there is a lower arm shield here. So can I copy this? It's attached to lower arm. Can I just say, you know, lower arm and then face socket, lower arm shield, and it'll be good. Let's compare. Looks okay. So let's attach this shield. Okay. So it's almost good. I'm assuming it's an issue with the relative location. No. Let's go into the warrior real quick. So yeah, here's the shield for this guy. Now, is it an issue with the mesh? So yeah, it's using a skeletal mesh. So if I were to say skeletal mesh, Shield. So they have to offset. Offset seems off. Funny enough. So let me add preview asset. So shield. So yeah, that's what this guy looks like. So there's Action Knight. Oh. And these blueprints. So let's see. It does have an more interesting looking sword. But yeah, there's not really like is there a reference to this shield anywhere else? Reference only there. Can I open this? Sure, save. Yeah, I want to know why the transform is all kind of fucked up. Yeah, so this is more or less what I'm looking for. I think, yeah, this camera needs to slow down a little bit. Like, you know, cool pose. Right? Like, bam, bam, right? So what is this? So display stand, eyewear shield, SM version to lower arm shield socket. Like, these are all well and good. Like, this is what I would like to see. Now, is it all right? Is there scripts in here? In construction script, chest and arms, legs, feet, chest add-on. There's nothing like in the level blueprint, I assume, right? Okay, I don't know what that is. Cool. So how are we getting can I play? Okay, character is null. Okay, well, we found an issue here, so if I guess I could just add it this if here. Basically need to move all of this. Oh my god, this is gonna be messy. So if bam. Okay. Yeah, I think the asset pack's pretty cool as well. Okay, we've been streaming for almost 2 hours, so I think that's where I'm gonna call it. So thanks for watching, everybody. It's much appreciated. If you're watching from Twitch and you haven't already followed, make sure to give me a follow. We'll try to stream as much as possible, but we all know life gets a little busy sometimes, so forgive me if it's not consistent. If you're watching from YouTube, of course, make sure to subscribe. You can always also join our Discord if you want to keep up with everything, talk, and hang out. And per usual, we will raid First Crimson because he's on right now. So I'll probably be on either tomorrow night or maybe sometime next week. So thanks again for watching. It's all appreciated. Have a good night, and I will see you soon.